Unit 4, Formative 1, Day 3. Today we're going to be multiplying exponents. The rule you need to learn from today is that x to the m times x to the n equals x to the m plus n. So in other words, when you multiply something with the same base, notice how both of these are x, so they have the same base is what we call it. You just add the exponents, okay? So for instance, 3 to the 4th times 3 to the 2nd times 3 to the 0, they all have the same base, 3. So it's going to be 3 to the something, and then you just add up all the exponents. So 4 plus 2 plus 0 is 6, so this becomes 3 to the 6th. Okay, now if you wanted to simplify that, you would take 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and you would get 729. So if it's just a number, you need to actually simplify. So number 2, negative 2 to the negative 6 times negative 2 to the 4th times negative 2 to the negative 3rd. All the bases are the same, so it's going to be negative 2 to the, and then negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2, plus negative 3 is negative 5. Now remember from yesterday, anything with a negative exponent goes to the bottom. So this becomes 1 over negative 2 to the positive 5. And negative 2 to the 5th is negative 32. Make sure when you're plugging that in your calculator, use parentheses. Okay, so 1 over negative 32. Number 3, x to the 3rd times x to the 4th. They have the same base, so this becomes x to the, you just add, so 3 plus 4 is 7, so x to the 7th. Number 4, 6m to the negative 3 times 2m to the negative 5. So first, just multiply your numbers, so 6 times 2 is 12. M to the negative 3 times m to the negative 5. Well, negative 3 plus negative 5 is negative 8. Remember, anything with a negative exponent needs to be moved to the bottom. So 12 stays on top because the negative 8 only goes with the m. The m moves to the bottom instead of negative 8, it's positive 8. Nothing left to simplify, so you're done. Number 5, negative 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. X to the 3rd times x to the 4th becomes x to the 7th. Y to the 2nd and y to the 7th. Add them and you get y to the 9th. Nothing left to simplify, so that's your answer. Number 6, negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. So just go step by step. So numbers. Okay, now you have your x's. X to the 4th, x to the negative 1 is x to the 3rd because 4 plus negative 1 is 3. Y to the negative 2, y to the negative 5 is y to the negative 7. Well, we can't have a negative exponent in our answer. 8x to the 3rd stays on top, but the y to the positive 7 has to move to the bottom. Okay. These are in scientific notation. So 3 times 10 to the 5th times 4 times 10 to the 9th. Well, 3 times 4 is 12 times 10, and then with your exponents you just add them. So 5 plus 9 is 14. So that becomes 12 times 10 to the 14th. Number 8, 5.6 times 10 to the negative 3. All of that time 3.2 times 10 to the negative 8. So you take 5.6 times 3.2. which is 17.92 times 10 to the negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11. Okay, so now we have to go back. I forgot on this one, I apologize. We have to decide, is that still in scientific notation? 12 times 10 to the 14th. It's not. So we actually have to remake it into scientific notation. So 12 would need to become 1.2 times 10 to the, and that would mean I would need to move it, so it's right here. Right now, it's going 14 times. I need to move it one more time, so 10 to the 15th now. Okay, 17.92 times 10 to the negative 11. Again, that one is not in scientific notation. Okay, I need to move it one less time because this one's moving the opposite way, so this is 1.792 times 10 to the, now instead of negative 11, it becomes negative 10. Alright, so you got to make sure it goes back into scientific notation. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow.